This is inner motion. We don't run from the dark, we walk straight into it, and we come out unrecognizable. You think the world owes you? You think life is supposed to hand you something just because you breathe? No, the world doesn't give it charges. Every dream has a bill. Every goal has a cost. Every ounce of strength, respect, or freedom must be purchased with something you don't want to give up. The weak man hides from this truth. He thinks life should be fair, that the universe should reward him simply for existing. He thinks he can take without paying, that success should arrive without scars, that respect should be granted without sacrifice. But reality doesn't work like that. Nothing is free, everything is charged. And if you refuse to pay, the price only grows heavier. The world collects its debts in silence. Skip the discipline today, and tomorrow you will pay in regret. Skip the sacrifice now, and tomorrow you will pay in shame. Avoid the pain in this moment, and tomorrow you will pay double in weakness. The world doesn't give it weights, and it charges interest. Society loves to sell you the idea of free happiness, free success, free pleasure, free love. But look closer. Nothing is free. Everything has a hidden price tag attached. That fast dopamine hit from scrolling. It costs your focus, your drive, your attention span. That easy relationship where you never grow. It costs your time, your potential, your self-respect. That comfort you cling to every day. It costs your strength, your discipline, your power. The weak man doesn't see the price. He only sees the surface. He grabs what looks easy, what feels good, what seems free. But life is a ledger. Every comfort, every shortcut, every escape is recorded. And eventually, the bill arrives. Ask yourself, what has your comfort already cost you? How many years wasted? How many opportunities missed? How much strength left undeveloped because you chose the free option that was never free at all? Weak men think they're saving themselves, but they are being robbed blind. They think they are taking from life, when in reality, life is taking from them, their freedom, their respect, their future. The man who believes in free pays the highest price of all, because he is paying with the one thing he can never get back: time. Meanwhile, the strong man sees the truth. He knows that everything requires payment, so he chooses to pay up front. He pays with sweat. He pays with discipline. He pays with sacrifice. He pays with hours in silence that no one sees. He invests his pain today so that tomorrow he collects freedom, respect, and power. Weak men try to skip the line. Strong men pay at the door. And the difference between them grows every day. There is no free road. The easy path is just the expensive one disguised. You either pay in advance with discipline, or you pay later with regret. You either pay in growth, or you pay in decay. The world doesn't give it charges, and if you don't learn to see the hidden price, you will spend your life broke, powerless, and enslaved by debts you never realized you were collecting. Weakness always looks cheaper at first. Comfort looks affordable. Laziness feels free. Avoiding the grind feels like a discount. But the truth is, weakness has the highest hidden cost of all. The man who refuses discipline thinks he's saving himself pain, but what he's really doing is signing a contract for regret. The man who avoids responsibility thinks he's protecting his freedom, but what he's really doing is trading it away, piece by piece, until his life is owned by circumstance. Weak men pay with lost respect. No one follows them, no one admires them, no one takes them seriously. Weak men pay with wasted time. They burn years in distraction and call it living. Weak men pay with dependence, because when the storms of life come, and they always come, they have no foundation, no strength, no resilience. The world charges the weak more because they never notice the fees piling up. They wake up at 40 and realize the comfort they bought in their 20s has bankrupted their future. They wake up one day crushed by the weight of a debt they can never repay. The debt of wasted time, wasted potential, wasted life. Weakness is expensive. It looks easy now, but it destroys you later. Every skipped workout, every distraction binge, every refusal to suffer is an invisible payment, and one day the total comes due. Understand this. Avoiding pain is not free. Avoiding sacrifice is not free. Avoiding growth is not free. The world always collects with interest. Strong men know the secret. You can't dodge the price, but you can choose when to pay, and the man who pays up front always comes out ahead. Pay now in discipline, or pay later in regret. Pay now in sweat, or pay later in shame. Pay now in sacrifice, or pay later in slavery to your own weakness. The man who pays up front trains while others sleep. He suffers when he doesn't have to. He invests his energy, his focus, his comfort into a future most people will never touch. It hurts, but he pays willingly, because he knows a later bill is far worse. The man who delays payment, who chooses the easy road, who says I'll change tomorrow, is digging his own grave. Tomorrow never comes. And when it does, the price has doubled. His body is weaker. His mind is softer. His opportunities have vanished. And now he must pay with desperation. Life is like a loan. Discipline is paying cash up front. Weakness is taking credit with massive interest. And by the time the weak man realizes it, he owes everything and has nothing left to give. This is why the strong embrace the pain early. They lift the weight now so they don't collapse later. They choose the long nights now so they don't choke on regret later. They accept sacrifice now so they never have to beg later. Every man pays. The only question is timing. Pay now and build power, or pay later and drown in weakness. Pay with pain on your terms, or pay with regret on life's terms. The world doesn't give it charges, and the bill always arrives. The difference is whether you're ready for it or whether it crushes you. Power doesn't care about your intentions. It doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care about how badly you want it. Power respects only one thing: payment. The man who pays with discipline earns strength. The man who pays with consistency earns respect. The man who pays with sacrifice earns influence. Power bows only to those who have bled for it. Weak men demand recognition before they have invested anything. They want respect without work, loyalty without leadership, results without effort. They are ignored, forgotten, invisible. Because power does not respect demands. It respects receipts. Look at any man who truly commands authority. His life is a trail of sacrifices. He gave up comfort, ease, distraction. He embraced pain, isolation, pressure. He paid the price when nobody was watching. And when the world finally looked his way, he had already bought what others were still begging for. This is why power cannot be faked. You can talk tough, dress sharp, look confident. But if you haven't paid, life will expose you. The first storm will rip you apart. The first real challenge will break you, because you never paid the price to stand unshaken. The strong man is different. He doesn't announce his payments. He simply shows up year after year with strength that cannot be questioned, with authority that cannot be denied. His life is proof that he has been paying all along. And when power sees this, it yields. It hands over the keys, because respect, strength, and freedom are not random gifts. They are purchases. They belong to the man who paid in full. This is the final truth. Nothing is free. Nothing is given. The world doesn't hand you power. It hands you a bill. And every day you decide whether you will pay it or not. Weak men run from the price and spend their lives bankrupt in spirit. They beg for what they could have bought. They complain about what they never earned. They rot in the comfort that cost them everything. Strong men accept the price. They pay with sweat, with blood, with nights of solitude and days of sacrifice. They pay up front, they pay daily, they pay relentlessly. And because of this, they own something the weak never will themselves. To be strong is to be free. To be free is to have paid. So pay now. Pay without complaint. Pay without hesitation. Because every drop of sweat, every hour of discipline, every sacrifice is not lost. It is invested. It is the down payment on respect, on freedom, on greatness. And when the day comes, when you stand unbroken, when the world finally sees the man you have become, you will know one thing for certain. The world doesn't give it charges, and you paid in full. This is inner motion. We don't run from the dark. We walk straight into it. and we come out unrecognizable. Understand this, the world never gives, it only charges. Every ounce of freedom you crave, every shred of respect you want, every piece of power you dream of, it all comes with a cost. The weak will keep wishing, keep begging, keep pretending that something free is coming their way. But the strong man knows better. He knows nothing is free. He knows the price is always pain, always sacrifice, always discipline, and he pays it daily. The world does not respond to your desires. It responds to your payments, to your sweat, to your silence, to the scars nobody sees. That is the only currency it accepts. So stop waiting. Stop expecting. Stop thinking you are owed anything. The world doesn't owe you. It is charging you. And every moment you delay, the price rises. Pay now and build a life of strength. Pay now and earn the respect of men. Pay now and claim the freedom nobody else will have. The world doesn't give, it charges. And the only question left is, will you pay in full?